We're back.
We have Harlan Coben to thank for all of those binge-worthy series that have kept us entertained and second-guessing everything forever. And as he releases a brand new detective novel, weighty. Like it. He joins us now. How are you? Heavy stuff, Harlan.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
How many words we stick? How many? 400 plus.
There we go. How's it going this morning?
Yeah, really
Great
good.
to
Love
meet
it
you.
to see you.
Nice to see you guys.
Oh, brilliant.
I so watch Dermot a lot of mornings dancing on Instagram, so it's nice to be here in
The
person.
strangest thing is when I adore this man. The strangest thing is when he, like, every now and again, will like something or send you a message. You're like,
Oh,
what? Harlan Coben knows who I am. I've been a fan of yours for ages.
Thank you, man.
You're such a good writer.
Thank you so much.
When you first started out, you just wanted to get one in a bookshop.
Yeah, it's incremental ambition, right? Like, oh, if I could just one day see one of my books in the store. Okay, 2.
Yeah.
Just to show it wasn't a fluke. just 2. Okay, if I could just, like, scratch out an embarrassing living. If I could one day hit a bestseller list, just one. Okay, if I can one day hit #1. You know, so all those things incrementally worked out okay, but
Yeah.
it took a while. It was fun.
most people would never think they could, though. And I suppose it wasn't it a dare or something from a mate that was like, go on, publish a book?
Yeah, it was sort of like that, but, you know, and you saw those weird stats, it's just like, who is that? Who's coming on the show? I was sort of interested myself. It's worked out really interesting.
Wow.
What did you do before? What was your background before you started putting pen to paper?
I was a political science major in college, which is a euphemism for I have no idea what I want. I mean, I think a lot of what you do and what I do is because we're not fit to have a real job.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm disorganized, I'm forgetful. You know, if you ask me what else I would be, I'd be like a duvet cover. I got nothing else. I can only make stuff up, so I'm happy I'm here.
And it's so epic, because obviously most of your books now are being adapted to be massive Netflix hits. The one that a lot of our audience will know you for at the minute is Fool Me Once, with Michelle Keegan. We've got Mark Wright coming in later.
I know, so I had a Mark. I had to congratulate him on being a dad.
Yeah,
it's so
nice.
exciting.
But did you expect it to go as big as it did?
No, no, you never really expected it. It was really fun to watch, and talking to Michelle a lot when it was going on, like, can you believe how many people are watching? She goes, I'm getting so many calls, and just watching England kind of consume it, it was really fun.
I love the quote, the secret for you is inspiration, perspiration, and desperation. Can you explain that for us?
Yeah, so inspiration, to be a writer, you have to be inspired.
Yep.
Perspiration, do the actual work of writing. But the third, what we talked about before, desperation, we're not fit to do anything else, like hold a real job. And that fear that I would have to wake up in the morning and go to, like, a drugstore and sell lipstick or whatever else, that fear is one of the things that drives me.
And it never goes away.
Never goes away.
Even with everything you've sold.
This is my, I think, 36th or 37th novel. I'm always scared out of my mind that this, you know, how people are going to... This is so exciting for me. This is the time when the book becomes a book, right? You read it, and all of a sudden, Kierce and Molly and these characters come to your life in your head different from everybody else's. That's still the part that jazzes me, that one-on-one relationship I get to have with the reader. It's
Also,
so cool.
it's so exciting how people take a character in their own way. Like, people interpret it in their own way and own it in their own way, don't they? And part of that is, when it goes on television or film, it kind of has a different identity to a point,
you lose
doesn't
it. Actually, that's why it's so different. I mean, some people like the book, some people like the TV shows, but they should be different. They should not be the same experience, and I don't want it to be the same experience.
And yet they're so adaptable.
Yeah, thanks.
Which is incredible, right?
Yeah, because the twists and turns, and hopefully you're all caught up in Fool Me Once. You want to know what Michelle Keegan's going to happen, what the outcome is going to be, how can this possibly be, how could she be seeing her dead husband on a nanny cam, and that's the fun of it. Yeah.
So you don't get annoyed then if the TV adaptation changes your writing and changes
I'm
your
actually
twist?
the opposite.
Yeah?
I wanted to. Like, why would I want to give you the exact same experience as reading a book? Read a dang book if you want that experience. I want to give you a different experience with it.
And so this one, does it almost follow on from Fool Me Once? Is that
A little
right?
bit. So what happened was Adil Akhtar was in the TV
He's so
show.
good.
Unbelievable actor. And I wanted to work with him for so long. And when I'm watching him on set, I'm like, that guy has more stories to tell. And so this is a year after Nobody's Fool. And quickly, so when Sammy Kierce was 21 years old, he was backpacking through Europe, as a lot of people do, and fell in love with a woman named Anna, like you meet on vacation as you do.
Yeah.
And on a fourth date together, he wakes up and he has a bloody knife in his hand and she's murdered, and he runs. 25 years pass. He's really desperate after what happens in Fool Me Once. He's making no money. He's teaching an adult night class. He looks in the back of the room, and a woman stands up, and he realizes it's Anna, the woman he saw murdered 25 years ago.
Oh, I mean...
That's how Nobody's Fool opens up, yeah.
I love the sequence of that. I love seeing Adil bring that character to life.
Yeah.
Made you think there's something more in that character.
Right, it wasn't even the book Fool Me Once. It was actually the TV show and watching Adil and wanting to work with Adil again at some point. But really, I was talking to Adil, and I was like, your character just has more secrets. There's more going on in his life. So I skip a year after Fool Me Once, and that's when this starts.
That's so interesting, isn't it? That a role that was never meant to be a lead role almost has now inspired a whole...
Exactly, yeah.
I love the way that kind of works.
He does that kind of hangdog, put upon...
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like, tired, like, character so well.
So great.
It's so layered
right.
and brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you think, like, with him being that... Like, do you when you're writing now, do you look at the characters in the movie, in the TV, or is that...
Never.
No.
I mean, the book has to be the book.
That happened, really.
Yeah, I mean, the book has to be the book, and the TV series has to be a TV series. As you point out, I'm willing to make a ton of changes.
Yeah.
The Stranger in the book, for example, which was another show that was here, was a white male, and I said, no, we need a female for that character on set because the visual of her dropping the bomb on Richard Armitage was just better. In a book, I don't need that visual. So it's just a different medium, and you have to accept that and go with it.
And so many authors we meet, like Richard Osman, just says, I want nothing to do with the adaptation. I want to... You love getting your hands on it.
I do. Because I have a great team up north there with Nicholas Schindler and Danny Brocklehurst and Richard Fee. We've made, I think, 7 shows now.
I mean, those names you just see on great credits all the time.
They're just the best. And we're doing Runaway right now up north with Ruth Jones and Minnie Driver and James Nesbitt in the lead. And we're just having a blast. I can't wait for that one to come out.
Yeah. Oh, Ruth Jones, who obviously our viewers will know from Gavin and Stacey as Nessa. What a legend she is. Yes. Were you new to Gavin and Stacey? Had you seen Gavin?
They sent to me when we were thinking about it, and I was like, oh yeah, she could definitely do it. I love to take comic actors and put them in. Did it with Jennifer Saunders actually and Joanna Lumley, but this one's really special. I can't wait for people to see Ruth in this role because it's very, very different for her. It's very serious. She's a detective here. And she just kills it. She's just a wonderful actress. I can't wait for people to see.
And Harlan, so many of your books are adapted here, and so you spend so much time here. I mean, I was just saying to you before we came on air, what I love about your books is they could really be set anywhere.
Yeah.
But I guess you're a proper Anglophile now.
I am. My new show on Netflix, Caught, was filmed in Argentina, and the one before that, Just One Look, was Poland. I love that I get to move them to different places, and it adds a different spark. But I think the hybrid of sort of the British television tradition and my American storytelling has just made for really fun
Magic,
TV.
isn't it? Yeah, lovely.
It's just fun. You know, you just binge it, usually New Year's Day, and it's a lot of fun.
It's so interesting because it's if you almost purposely dodge the Hollywood stuff.
Yeah.
Why?
Because, well, I'm making one right now. We're doing I Will Find You with Sam Worthington, Britt Lower, who a lot of you know from Severance.
Yes,
Helly and Severance. And Milo Ventimiglia, who everybody knows from This Is Us. We're making one in America. So we are making them there. But I'm happier to be here in Europe, and I'm happy to be here in the UK. I love the talent, the actors I've been able to work with, the cast, the crews, the directors. And they do leave us alone a little bit more, I think, than in Hollywood.
Oh, OK. Yeah. You like the chilledness.
They're a little annoying. I mean, all the horrible stories you hear about Hollywood, kind of true.
This is just decision by committee, right? Whereas here you can just get on with it.
A little bit more, yes, definitely.
And I think you're right. What's important about your writing, and just that sort of anyone that writes as successful as you, is that people that may not really enjoy reading will pick up one of your books and be hooked.
That's my favorite comment when I get that I hadn't been reading in years, and also I started the book at 10 o'clock at night, thought I was going to read for 5 minutes. Next thing you know, it's 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And you know, that turns me on. I love that binge thing. So both TV-wise and book-wise, I want you to binge. Yeah.
Also,
I want you to be able to put it down.
Just quickly to ask, did I see that you're doing something with Reese Witherspoon, which you didn't really expect to want to do, and then...
No. Yeah. Well, it's not such a braggy story, but Reese called me and said, I want to talk to you... I know Reese a little bit, and I want to talk to you about an idea I have. And I'm thinking, I'm not that guy. I don't collaborate. So how do I nicely tell Reese Witherspoon? Sure. And then Reese tells me the idea, and I'm like, oh, dang. That's really good. And I take out like a pen and a pad like that, and I start to write with her, and we start talking back and forth. It's been 3 hours. And then we both said, why don't we just write this as a book together? So that's what we're doing.
Brilliant. Great. Yeah, so that's still in process, is it, at the minute?
Yeah, I'm still finishing it up right now. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun working with Reese.
Harlan, so lovely to meet you.
Yeah,
nice
so lovely. Thank you so much. Well, get this, bad boy. Nobody's Fool is out now, so you can get that for your Easter break and have a good read.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every day, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the morning.